Welcome to the Iconic Life podcast, where we gather around the virtual tables for real, soulful conversations about what it means to live a life of calling, wealth, joy, and purpose. I'm your host, Hannah Elsey. I'm the founder of Agora Wellness, creator of the Iconist movement. I call myself a transformation midwife, an overflow activator, and a movement builder of a community of visionary women who are choosing to lead and live lives they are wildly in love with. You guys, here we don't do that surface level chatter. We go deep. We talk about truth and the kind of stories that remind us that we are limitless when we are walking in our divine purpose and identity. When I say living iconically, here's what I mean by that. It's remembering who you were created to be and choosing to live from that place fully and unapologetically. It's saying yes to your divine calling, even when it's messy, and building wealth, legacy, and joy from a place of overflow. It's leading movements, raising families, and co-creating a life that feels like art with our Creator. Because living iconically means you aren't chasing a dream. You are the dream. And today we're going to dive into that together. Welcome to the table. All right. Hello. Welcome again back to the table. Thursday, Table of Icons. Coming a little bit later today because today got kind of busy and got away from me. Had a podcast recording, which was a lot of fun today, and had multiple calls and then just some one-on-ones and different things like that. So coming back in today. And I can't believe that tomorrow is the last day of this week together. And it's been such a... for me, I really enjoyed this week, and I hope that you guys have gotten something from it. And, excuse me, let me get some water. I've been talking all day. And are intrigued and excited, encouraged, exhorted, all the things. And I love how some of you have been leaning in and sharing in this conversation, because this truly is a round table discussion. This is a council of queens, okay? So today, my beautiful souls, I want to get kind of honest with you about some things that I've been thinking about. And I'm going to be a little vulnerable here because I think it matters. I think you matter. And I think I matter. And I think our families and our lineage matter. And I just want to share with you guys, I want you to understand why I'm doing this work, why I'm so passionate about it, why I'm standing up and teaching about crypto and DO banking and Wi-Fi and investing in precious metals and learning about triple compounding and all these things, finance, which, maybe even a year ago, I would have been intimidated to even talk about in public, perhaps, right? But it's not just about the money, right? I mean, yes, it is. It's about wealth. It's about finances, but why I'm so passionate about this is because it is about so much more than just that. This is about choice. It's about having options. It's about freedom. It's about women, you, me, having the tools and the knowledge and the confidence to boldly build a life that doesn't require you to ask permission from a boss, even from a partner, but certainly not from a system that was never designed to support you and I in the first place. So I want to back up just a little bit, because a few years ago, I was in a completely different place. I was, working my ass off, pardon my French, as a nurse midwife, working multiple jobs. I was pouring everything. I was working overtime. I was pouring everything I had into taking care of other people. And I loved the work that I did. I know I'm gifted at what I do, and I am honored to do the work that I do. But it's really hard work, right? And I was exhausted. I was burnt out. And I was scared. Because for the first time in my life, some massive unexpected financial hits we'd had. And for the first time in my life, I was scared that I couldn't hold everything together, that I was going to lose the things that mattered. And I was scared that no matter how hard I worked, because I was literally working 6 and 7 days a week, I was never going to be able to get ahead. I was scared that I was building someone else's dream instead of my own, because I knew I was called to something different. And you guys, I was scared that if something happened, and something did happen to me that kind of drove this home, and I've shared that story before, but if I got sick or if I got injured or whatever, the economy crashed, I wouldn't have a safety net. And I realized that I could not just continue on in what I was doing, because I was doing all the right things, right? I had a good job. I had an advanced degree. I was saving money. I was responsible. I was checking all the boxes like that. But I so did not feel secure, and I did not feel free because I was not. And I remember thinking, there has to be another way. And I know there is. There has to be a path that doesn't require me to trade my time, my body, my energy, my life, my precious time and focus for every single penny and dollar. There has to be a way to build something that is sustainable and abundant, something that allows me and my family, my children, that gives us options, gives us freedom. And that's when I started learning and checking out different things, right? And then I really deep dive even more into learning more about the things that I had kind of looked at but were intimidating to me, such as investing in things not just in my 401k, like crypto, like precious metals, and recently like Wi-Fi and banking and all of these concepts that before felt really foreign and intimidating, right? But the more I learned, the more I realized, oh my gosh, you guys, this is it. This is the missing piece. Because what I was learning wasn't just about making money. It was about taking my power back. It was about learning and saying and embodying that I don't have to wait for someone else to give me permission to build wealth, to build wealth for my children, to build the life that I love, to build my iconic life. I don't have to rely on a system that is literally rigged against me. I can create my own financial sovereignty. And you guys, I can't tell you exactly all that did for me, but it was on the energetic level, emotional level, and physical level. I was able to start sleeping better. I stopped having panic attacks. I started breathing deeper and feeling that weight come off my shoulders. And I started making decisions from a place of possibility and potential and hope instead of scarcity and fear. Because I wasn't just surviving. I was building. And even as life was getting turned upside down and we were going through like massive financial hardships and physical hardships, and life kind of got thrown on its head multiple times. My husband lost his job right before the holidays, like all these things, right? You know what didn't like fall apart though as I walked in this was that the foundation that I had started building, the investments I had made in myself, in my finances, in my education, in my own growth, they didn't fall apart. And I realized I had options as someone who had to redefine again my life, right? I wasn't trapped. I wasn't dependent. I had built something that could hold me, carry me, take me further than I could ever imagine. That I could actually access and achieve those dreams that I had. And as I have walked in this, you guys, and really stepped fully into it and decided that that is the path for me and what I want to help share with women, you guys, I know every woman deserves this. Every woman deserves to feel like she has choices, she has options, she is free. Like she has a safety net, a foundation that she can stand on and her family can stand on no matter what life throws at her, that they will be safe and be cared for, that she will be safe and be cared for. And that is why I'm doing this work. Okay. Not because I am like some financial guru, because I'm not, or because I have it all figured out, because I'm not. I don't. I'm learning. Trust me, I make mistakes still. I'm asking so many questions, but I've learned to ask better questions, right? And I'm figuring things out as I go often. As my friend says, I'm building the plane on the way down. But you guys, the plane is building, and it's taking off. We're not falling anymore, right? I'm doing it. And I want you to do it too. Because here's what I see when I look at the women in this community, in this channel, in my life, in my space, in my council here. When I look around this beautiful round table of amazing, intelligent, powerful women, you guys, I see so much brilliance. I see resilience. I see women who are holding so much, running businesses, taking care of their children, raising children, taking care of aging parents, showing up for their communities, taking care of themselves, and doing it all with so much grace and dignity. But I also can see exhaustion. I can sense the fear. I can hear it. I see the women who are one emergency away from financial ruin. Women who are working themselves to the bone and still feel like they just can't get ahead. And it breaks my heart. Because you deserve more. You deserve to build wealth. You deserve to have a safety net and to look at the future and smile, not be afraid. To know that if something happens, you're going to be okay. Not just okay, you're going to be thriving. That's what this work is about. That's what me sharing about crypto and deobanking and WeFi and learning about investing in precious metals and all, triple compounding, all of that. That's what this is really about. Because all of those things, they're tools, you guys. They're tools, right? Tools that give us the ability to step outside of a system that was never designed for our success. Tools that let you build wealth on your terms, in your own way, in your own speed, in a way that actually makes sense for your life. You guys, let me tell you what this project, the WeFi and project deobanking, means to me. It's not about being anti-bank or anti-system or, a crypto guru, bro, whatever, or girl, I guess. It's about diversification. Like not having my eggs all in a basket that someone else's controls, right? But it's about saying, I'm going to hold some of my wealth and assets that I own, that I control, that can't be frozen or seized or devalued by someone else's decisions up on some Capitol Hill. And you guys, WeFi, oh my gosh, WeFi, this is the piece that gets me so excited. Because WeFi is about relationship, that Web3 piece, right? I talk about that. It's about building wealth together, about you and I linking arms and saying, we don't have to do this alone. We don't have to compete with other women and men. We get to collaborate. We get to learn from each other. We get to grow together. That is such a passion of mine. Collaboration without competition. And this is something that is a ground floor opportunity that will be gone, right? It's not going to be around forever. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing about it now, because I want you and you and you and you and all of you to be in it with me, because I know I'm already benefiting from it, but I want you to benefit as well, because I don't want to be reaching my goals and seeing people who I love and care for still struggling at the same place. I am building generational wealth. I'm sharing knowledge and resources and lifting us up, like we're lifting each other up together, because that is where change happens. And you guys, it's not just for you. It's for your kids, your grandkids, the women coming up behind you who are watching and learning from the choices that you and I are making today. And that is what I want for you and for me. I want us to look at our life 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and think, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that we started. I'm so glad we chose ourselves. I'm so glad we didn't wait. Look where we are today. Because the truth is, nobody else is coming to save us. And the truth is, in 5 years, in 10 years, if we stay the same way we are, chances are we could be right where we're at today. Or worse. maybe a little bit better, but definitely not exponentially, wildly abundant and overflowing. And I don't mean this in a harsh way, because I mean it in a very empowering way, right? This is not about urgency or hype. This is about get curious, open your eyes, because you don't need saving. You need tools. You need knowledge. You need a community of women and men who are doing this with you in a community, right? And that is what I'm building. That is what the Table of Icons is, and that is what Next Era Wealth is. It's me saying, I see you, I've been you, I am you, and I'm not going to gatekeep the things that I am learning. I'm going to share them freely. I'm going to make them accessible. I'm going to break it down in a way that makes sense. I'm going to offer you the opportunities that I haven't offered and that I'm taking, because it's not just about me building wealth. It's about us building wealth together so that we can then go out and impact our worlds, our families, our communities. And I know, some of you are sitting here thinking, but Hannah, I don't have extra money to invest. I'm barely getting by as it is, right? Like trying to pay the grocery bill. My loves, I hear you. I've been there. I know exactly what that is. And here's what I want you to know. Like, you don't have to have thousands of dollars to throw around to get started. We do have to shift your mindset, though. That's the first step. You do have to learn. You do have to plant and water those seeds. But you can start with $50. You can start with $250. You can start with $1,000. You can start with $5,000. Or you can start with just showing up and learning. Because the wealthiest thing that you can do right now is invest in you and your education, in your understanding and grasp of this information, in your confidence. And once you have that, the rest starts to fall into place. It starts to make sense. Horizons start to open up and you start to see potentials. So I want to ask you something in closing, and I want you to really sit with this question. When was the last time you invested in learning something just for you? Not even for your kids or for your business or your partner or your family or anyone else, but just for you. For your future. For your freedom. For your peace of mind. For your power. If it's been a while or you can't even remember doing it, guys, here's your chance. I'm creating these beautiful spaces where I'm going to walk you through what modern wealth building actually looks like in today's day and age and beyond. I'm going to talk about crypto, what it is, why it matters, deal banking, what it means and how you can participate in it, and what WeFi is and how it is so astronomically different from traditional banking and whatnot, and what it is bringing. Precious metals and how I'm investing in them and how you can too. Again, in very accessible ways, right? Make it simple, make it accessible. We're going to, have time for questions and holding space for our fears and our doubts and our curiosity, right? You guys, this is an invitation to you, an invitation to choose yourself, to stop waiting for permission or saving, to stop playing small. It's an invitation to step into the version of you who knows her worth, who builds her wealth, and who doesn't apologize for wanting more. We talked about her on Monday. She's here. She's waiting for you to say yes, for you to decide. So I'm asking you, are you in? Are you ready to choose yourself? Are you ready to learn something new that could literally change the trajectory of your financial future? If the answer is yes, send me a voice note, drop me a comment, throw an emoji on here, react to this message, right? Let me know, because I need to see you. I need to feel you. I need to know that you're with me, because I'm looking for the ones who are with me, who are ready to do this work together, right? And if it's not for you, that's your choice, right? I'm not the expert, but I'm here to do this thing together. I do want community, and I do want to link arms and do this together. I'm a woman who has decided to learn and to choose myself, who decided to take her power back, who decided that I deserved more. And then I went out and I built it. And I am building in the process of, right? And you, my loves, if I can do it, you can too. I believe in you. I see you. And I'm here for you. So let's do this. Let's decide. Let's build some wealth together. Much love. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me today for another conversation inside the Iconic Life podcast. Remember, every choice you make leaves a mark, so make them wisely. Your most iconic life isn't out there waiting in the somewhere for you. It's the one you are choosing and creating right now. So keep choosing with intention. Keep choosing truth. Keep choosing joy. And if today's conversation stirred something in you, please share this episode with your friends. Leave us a review and help us spread this movement of women and men who are living, leading, and loving iconically. I'll see you back here next time.